f6. Knight captures the pawn. Knight captures the knight. Knight captures the knight. Bishop here. Bishop back. Queen c7. So now we're at that diagram we saw a minute ago. And now familiar pawn setup. Where black is going to do the minority attack if given time. If given time, black will have his 2 pawns attack these 3 pawns. So white, who's the author of the book, he decides to do something very tactical to prevent that from happening. And
like the 3 pawns should capture the 2 pawns because they're more in.
No, they will. What'll happen, Avni, is the 2 pawns will trade themselves off for these 2 pawns, and then this guy will be all alone, and he can be attacked. He won't have anybody guarding him. You see what I'm saying? That's the whole idea behind the minority attack, is that when the 2 pawns give themselves up for 2 of the 3 pawns, the last white pawn left is going to have to be guarded by pieces. He's not going to have any pawns guarding him, and that's the strategy behind it. But it doesn't always work. Now here, black.
Do you mean like the pieces that the rook and the queen and the other rook
will have to guard
it?
Yeah, see, right now this pawn can go here and he's safe. But if these 2 pawns traded themselves for those 2 pawns, now he's weak. You see, he has nobody guarding him. So the whole idea in the minority attack is what you do is this is the pawn that's going to be attacked because it's on a half open file. You see, so if given time, black can put his rook here, his queen here, and maybe even get his bishop somewhere where it can attack that pawn, and then the pawn will have to move forward. Now he's safe, temporarily, but if these 2 guys can move forward and then trade themselves off for these 2, then he'll be weak. You know, that's the idea behind the minority attack, is to create a weak pawn who will have to be guarded by pieces. And white doesn't want to let that happen, so he's going to go for a big attack. He's going to try to prevent that from happening by playing tactics. You know, tactics are your weapons that you use. Very often, when players find themselves getting into a bad position, they start playing tactics as to prevent. You know, this is how they solve their positional problems, is by attacking, and hoping that that bad position that they see coming down the road will never happen, because they'll win the game with the tactics before that bad end game ever, or bad middle game ever shows up in this case. So here we have the queen comes out attacking that pawn and gives up a pawn here. So his bishop captures the pawn, check, king here, and the queen comes here. So if queen takes, bishop takes, and black's ahead of pawn. But white takes that pawn here. Black takes this bishop. White takes this rook with a check, and the king comes up. Now the queen's attacked, and black is also threatening checkmate. So if the queen took the rook, how would black win the game? It would be checkmate in 2 moves. Look at the king, the bishop, and the queen. How could black checkmate white in 2 moves?
The bishop can go to G1.
No, the bishop can go to G3. See, if the bishop goes to G1, the king will take. But when the bishop goes to G3, the king is in check, discovered check. It has to move here, and now the queen comes down here and it's checkmate. So white looks like he's in big trouble here. His queen is attacked by this black rook, and his king is about to be checkmated, but he comes up with a very clever move. Knight here. Knight attacking the queen. So now if you take my queen, I take your queen. Okay? So what black does here is he moves his queen away from the knight, and now white takes the rook, and yet black can force a draw here. Can you see how black gets a draw? Well, it's very clever, but he goes knight here, check. The king can't move, so you have to take the knight, And now how does black get a draw? Remember we spoke about perpetual